So I have a Wolf-Pac update for you guys, but before we get to that, and it's a very important one, and we need your help on that, and it's very encouraging. Let me show you the discouraging stuff about what's happening in this country. This is an amazing fact. Do you know that in 2012, Super PAC spent $1 billion, and that 73% of the money came from 100 people? Think about that. 100 people put in essence, $730 million to buy our politicians. You think that our politicians might listen to those 100 people a little bit more than the rest of us? More than the other 300 million Americans that live here? Of course they listen to those guys. They put in $730 million. Those guys are royalty. They're our new lords. They get to decide what our policy is. They're the ones that handpick who our politicians are going to be. Oh, this is the Democrat you'll get and the Republican you'll get and the false choice you'll get among the people that I have selected through my money. Now, New Yorker also pointed out, for example, that in Georgia, a leaked memo from the Senate campaign of Democrat Michelle Nunn advised her to spend 80% of her first month fundraising. 80% of her time is not talking about policies, not reaching out to voters. It's doing the main thing she needs to do to get elected. Give me the money. Give me the legalized bribes. Give it to me. Give it to me. Oh, yes, donors, what can I do for you? I'll give you this. I'll give you that. Okay? And that's a Democrat. Doesn't matter, man. It's the system. The system is built so Democrats and Republicans have to kiss the ass of the donors. That's why Wolf-Pac intends to change the system. I'll tell you how in 1 second. But before we go on with it, you know what people think. You can't do it. You're not going to be able to do it. You guys are crazy. So I liked that the New Yorker, in a piece about Larry Lessig and his Mayday PAC, pointed out what happened with the suffragist movement, right? We want to get women the right to vote. And as I always tell you, that's impossible, right? I mean, women couldn't vote. How in the world could they get the right to vote? Crazy, right? They explained that in the 1880s, the New York Times described the experience of the suffrage shriekers who were, quote, contemptuously laughed to scorn. Their proposals dismissed as the work of, quote, half-crazy fanatics or weak-minded old women of both sexes. So, suffragists, you guys are nuts. You're never going to get the right to vote for women. Turns out they were right. Women don't have the right. Wait a minute. It turns out that the critics were wrong. Because when you have dedicated people fighting for what's right, our victory is not possible. It's inevitable. Now, we already have victory in California and Vermont. They have called for a convention to get an amendment to get money out of politics. Up next, New Jersey, my home state, very proud. They're having a hearing this Thursday, and I want you to go to it. Thursday, October 16th at 1 o'clock. Senate State Government Committee, Committee Room 7, second floor, State House Annex, Trenton, New Jersey. If you live in New Jersey, that's your house, okay? And they're supposed to represent you. And by the way, a lot of them do, okay? A lot of them are supportive of this, as we've seen in state after state. They're not like the national guys. But you need to show up and tell them who you are, okay? Tell them what you want. Because we don't need the entire state of New Jersey there. We don't need 51% of New Jersey there. We just need enough people for them to realize that people are mad and they want real change, not fake change, real change. And the thing about real change is that it doesn't happen because of some glorious leader, or it doesn't happen in a faraway land in a faraway time. It happens this Thursday. This is how it happens when you show up. By the way, it's not theory. We already did it. We showed up in California. When we showed up in California, the committee woman in charge of the committee said, after all of our people testified, swarms of them, she said, does anyone dare oppose this legislation? It's funny how the impossible turns to inevitable so quickly. Now, if you want to get involved, email at newjersey@wolf-pac.com. newjersey@wolf-pac.com. The sponsors of this SCR 132 are Senator Linda Greenstein, Senator Brian Stack, Senator Nia Gill. These are the good guys. You need to support the good guys on the issue that matters most. In fact, really the only issue in the country, because if you don't fix this, you can't fix any of the other issues. Our state leaders in New Jersey are State Director Walker Green, organizer Eli Fendelman, and organizer Mark Donget. So If you are not in the state of New Jersey and you want to help those guys organize, become a member of Wolf-Pac. At least that'll allow for funding to be able to organize everyone in New Jersey as well as all the other states we're coming to, because we're coming to all of them. There is a way to do this. We're already on the road. We already have some success. To get New Jersey before the end of the year would be a wonderful Christmas present, okay, for our country and for democracy. The reason that we are hearing from some people in Washington that they're scared of Wolf-Pac is because they realize, oh no, this might actually work. Get up. It's time to get them back. Right now, it's time to get them back in Jersey. See you out there on Thursday.